Today we're talking about PERM versus H-1B. If you're a professional trying to work in the US, you've probably heard of both. What do they mean? Let's break it down. H-1B, the temporary work visa, it's sort of like a trial run. What is it? It's temporary, and it is for specialty occupations only. So what does specialty mean? Think tech, finance, engineering. You're sponsored by your employer, and it's valid for up to 3 years, but can be renewed for up to 6 years. There are pros to an H-1B visa. For example, if you're chosen in the lottery, you're going to be able to start working much sooner than a PERM case. You do need to commit to that employer for a short term, but not for the long term. Another great thing about an H-1B visa is that it allows for dual intent, meaning that you can also have a green card in process at the same time. Now, let's talk about the cons of an H-1B visa. We know that the H-1B lottery is very stressful. There are more applicants every single year and only limited spots. In past years, the cap has been 65,000. So again, an H-1B visa is just temporary status. Yes, you can get 3 years and you can renew, but it's still just temporary. And if you don't have a green card, then you have to leave when your H-1B ends. Also, if you lose your job, you only have 60 days to find a new employer, or again, you're going to have to leave the US. Okay, so let's talk about PERM. That's a green card process, aka a long-term commitment. PERM is what we call the first stage of a green card employment-based process. The employer has to prove to the US government that there's no worker who's able, available, willing, and qualified to do the job. And eventually this process leads to permanent residency for you as the employee. The pros: no lottery. If your employer is willing to sponsor you, you actually don't have to play the waiting game. Once you're approved, you'll get a green card and you'll be able to work and live here permanently. Also, there's a lot more freedom for your future. After a short period of time, you can actually switch to any job you choose. Then you no longer have to worry about losing your green card if you decide to move to a new job. Let's talk cons. One con of this process is that it is longer. You have to go through a process with the Department of Labor, through PERM and recruitment process. You have to file the I-140 petition with immigration, and you have to wait until visa number is current to apply for permanent residency. So it's a longer process. I've seen it recently taking anywhere as long as 3 to 4 years. Another con is that, of course, the employer must prove to the government that they tried to hire US workers according to the law and they couldn't find them, and they have to prove that they're able to pay the prevailing wage. By the way, not every employer is going to be willing to go through this process. It's a big commitment. So which one should you apply for? You choose H-1B typically if you're in a specialty occupation and you need the work visa a little bit faster. You're okay with temporary status. Your employer is not sure about the commitment of long-term sponsorship. You want flexibility. You want to start on the H-1B and keep your options open for later. You'll choose a PERM case if you're already in the US on an H-1B maybe, and you're ready for a green card. Your employer's ready to sponsor you for permanent residency. You don't want to worry about visa renewals or the lottery. Look, I've had people apply for an H-1B and then a PERM green card, or I've had people apply for the PERM green card outright. What the best option is truly going to depend on you, your personal goals and desires. So I can help you with that. Book a consultation and I'd love to talk it through with you. I'm attorney Jennifer Bennett, and I'm here to help employers and employees one visa at a time.